So you got both sides, right? You got carriers that need to continue to evolve because they're on very old systems.
Right.
That's one aspect that unfortunately we can't control as an independent agent. But then you also have the flip side of it, Peter. You're stuck in the middle because there's a lot of agencies that haven't evolved
Yeah.
because it works this way. But
Right.
does it work efficiently? Does it really work efficient for the client? And I can tell you, Peter, that's not true. Last week on Monday, the only day I was in the office because I was on Paris Island, a client called in, and it wasn't a client of ours. And Stephanie, as you've
Sure.
communicated in my office quite a few times, she comes running in. She says, this client has been, and not our client, but the agency down the road, been waiting 4 days for a certificate. And I said, okay. She's like, do you want to talk to him? I said, yeah, I'd love to talk to him. So I get on the phone. So he starts drilling me. So what's your process around certificates of insurance? And I said, well, that's great you ask. I said, we have a piece of technology called Certificial. So I don't know, guy's name was Bob. Bob, if you like to do things yourself or if you like us to do them. And he says, can I stop you there? I need both. I said, you know what? You can have both. We have a piece of technology that's Certificial. If it's a standard COI, it's not that hard. Click of a button, really easy. If you like to talk to us, he's like, I actually had a great conversation with Stephanie. I may want to talk, but most of the time when I need them, they're just standard certificates of insurance. There's no excess verbiage, which I know always you get this. Well, what happens? Well, there is a percentage. They have to call. We have to go through the channels and have it done properly. But it removes about 75 or 80% because it's 20% or less that are dealing with this really
complex,
ridiculous, in some cases, absolutely ridiculous language.
Yeah.
That carriers come back and say, we can't say, they know we can't say that, but that's 20%. But just think, we ended up getting a BOR with this guy, and he called me back yesterday and says, unbelievable. This is great. When hey, I love good service. This is good service. And I said, ding, 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 ding to my teammates is, did you see? Here's a 62-year-old gentleman saying good service, and he's serving himself. Mm-hmm. And I said to my teammates, my leadership team, it's like the grocery store. They're self-serve. I always look at that self-serve and say, they're not giving me a discount, and they're making me ring myself up and bag my own groceries. And I don't like it. Right. I don't like it, Peter. But you know what? Most do like it.
Yeah, it's true.
So
it's true.
I give that example is because there's an example of having the right piece of technology. It brought business in. Not too shabby that it was a $68,000 account.
Sure. Not at all.
All because the customer experience wasn't to his liking.
Yeah.